Okay, so basically over the Christmas break, I thought that I would read a lot, and I thought that I would, I don't know, be more productive in my reading, and clearly I have not. I have just been watching TV shows, especially Lark. Um, I have been playing video games on my PS4, and I have been spending my time on my phone. Point is, I have not been reading. But you know what? There's one thing that I never cease to do, and that is buying books. I calculated yesterday how much money I spent on books on 2018, and I spent about $380 on books, which for me it was really enlightening. So you know what, from now on I will try to, first of all, not buy as many books as I am buying, and second of all, to buy more used books from thrift books. So yeah, but for the sake of lacking content for now, I figured that I would do a haul, or at least hopefully one of my last hauls, hopefully. We'll see. Okay, so I have acquired many books throughout the month of November, December, and January as well. So yeah, let's get started because there are a lot of books. I will start with the classics that I have been buying, and I mentioned these in, I think, one of my blogs, but I'm not sure. And that is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen and Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I honestly don't know much about both of these books. I think that this is a pretty coming-of-age story. I think it's a romance as well. But I really want to get into the Bronte sisters, and I thought that this was a good place to start. So we have that, and I think that this will be probably the next book that I read because I am really in a classics mood. So yeah, I think that this is one of the books that I will be reading soon. And yeah, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I think that these follows two sisters, and I believe they have to move or something like that. But I really want to watch the movie with Alan Rickman in it, so that's why we had got this book. And I really want to read the rest of Jane Austen's books, cause yeah, Pride and Prejudice may be one of my favorite books of all time, so I just need to read more from my favorite author. So then I went to the bookstore and I got Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I read Cinder, I think it was in last summer, and I really enjoyed it. If you like sci-fi and you like retellings, this is the perfect series for you. Cinder follows, which is the first book, this is a sequel, just follows a girl who is a mechanic, and she's a mechanic and she's an android, so, or a half android, yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's pretty good, and I am not one for sci-fi. I think that is one of my least favorite genres, but I'm really enjoying this story, so yeah, I'll read it soon. This one, I bought it because I have been wanting to collect Harry Potter books. I don't have a complete set, and I am trying to buy this edition, and that is the Bloomsbury UK edition. They're beautiful. I mean, look at them. It's amazing, and it's really pretty. So yeah, this is the Philosopher's Stone, and yeah, I am really excited to get to reread Harry Potter in these editions. Another book that I recently got in the mail, and that is because I was part of the BookTube Secret Santa, was The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I am so excited to read this book. This is one of the most popular books of 2018, and everyone was talking about it, and I'm really excited. I believe that this story follows a Cuban actress named Evelyn Hugo, and she has had a very mysterious and controversial life, I believe. And then when she retires, she decides to sit down with a journalist and talk about her entire life. So yeah, this book is that story. I also want to get into historical fiction. I believe that I talked about it on my goals or most anticipated books of 2019. I really want to get into more historical fiction, so I believe that I will start with Philippa Gregory, because I feel like she's a really a really known historical fiction writer. So yeah, I had The Red Queen, but I found out that that is the third in the series, so I just got these two from thrift books. And yeah, they're in really good condition, so I think I'm gonna just start buying more from them. I have The Lady of the Rivers and The White Queen. I started seeing the TV show and I really enjoyed it, but I found out that there was a book about it, and I was like, you know what, I think that I should read the book first. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into these. Yeah, I am like in a historical fiction mood, guys. Like it's real. We're getting to the last couple of books, and I think that I spoke about this one, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, this is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I have Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, but I'm currently reading Crooked Kingdom, so I can't show it to you guys. But these books, guys, they're so good. I don't want Crooked Kingdom to end, and I think that that is why I'm kind of in a mini reading slump, because I got to the middle of Crooked Kingdom and I'm like, I don't want it to end, but I think I'm gonna have to sit down soon and finish it. So yeah, this is Six of Crows. It follows the story of, I believe there are six of Crows. There are six individuals or mischiefs, and they are trying to do an impossible heist. It's amazing, guys. I don't know how Leigh Bardugo. I was listening to a podcast, and they were interviewing her, and she just spoke about how hard it was for her to craft these heists and these impossible robberies and stuff like that, and I just don't know how she does it. I really don't. It's so amazing. It's such a good book, and it's one of my favorite books of 2018, and I'm pretty sure that Crooked Kingdom will make my 2019 favorite books of the year list. So yeah. And last but certainly not least, and this was like a guilty buy for me, but it is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. I already have this book in paperback, but I didn't have it in hardback, and this is one of my favorite books ever, and I reread it last year, and I need to reread Agawar, but I just can't wait to reread this book yet again, and I don't know if I want to annotate it, but we'll see. It's just I think that this may very well be Sarah J Maas' best book that she has ever written. I don't know if anything will compare to this. I mean, it's just, for those who don't know, which I don't think that there is anyone, I feel like everyone knows about Sarah J Maas and the ACOTAR series, but the ACOTAR series follows a girl who is a hunter, and she lives in poverty. Her family basically doesn't have the means to live very well. So Feyre, who is the hunter, she just goes outside and starts hunting so that her family can eat. I'm having such a hard time explaining this book, but basically there is a moment in which she basically shots an arrow to a wolf, and this wolf turns out to be a fae. So one of the High Lords of the Spring Court, or the High Lord of the Spring Court, comes and gets her so that she can pay for having killed one of the members of the fae. So yeah, it's just, but I feel like this book, the first one gets to start the story, it's a build up, but this is, guys, if you are reading ACOTAR and you're not having a very good time with it, just get through it and just get to this book. I promise that it gets better, and I just can't. So many characters are introduced in this book. I don't know, so it's just the Court of Dreams, guys, the Court of Dreams. Yeah, I feel like this was one of my favorite, like, this is my Christmas present to myself. So yeah, and I wanted to quickly mention that it's that I am getting Wild by Cheryl. I think her name is Cheryl Strayed. I'm not really sure, but I saw a couple of interviews of her, and her story has always captivated me. I believe that it is a very a true story, and it is basically about Cheryl's journey through basically going on this hike alone. It's a very self-help and very spiritual, I guess, kind of book, and I really like books like that. I love Eat, Pray, Love. Eat, Pray, Love changed my life. I feel like since then I have been really paying attention to how I live my life, and how I don't know, it's just Eat, Pray, Love is an amazing book, and I totally recommend it. So I wanted to look for a book that it's pretty similar, so I picked up Wild, and that is on its way. It should be arriving either today or on Monday. So yeah, I guess I should make it a part of this haul. But yeah, I guess this is it. I feel like this is a totally different topic, but I have been watching, or binge watched actually, the Elizabeth Bennet diaries that are on YouTube, and now I sit down and I just feel like her, and I get so happy about this. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, I will link it below. And yeah, I guess I have no words. This is it for the haul. Hopefully you won't be seeing one of these in a long while, but yeah, I have fun content coming up, so yeah, I will see you guys with the next video. Bye.